Welcome back, guys. I hope you are ready for the second video that I'm putting out. Let's see, we're gonna hop right into the battle replays. No dilly-dallying today. We're gonna just get ready. We're gonna watch this video. This is an online commentary again. We are playing on Kansai Wood. This is me, Frank Lampard, and on the right you have Rock the Nation. Rock the Nation brought quite a bigger army than me. I brought a pretty small army. So let's get in there. We're going to watch this video, and I'm going to show you what I did right, what I did wrong, some interesting tactics in here, I think so. And there's going to be a little bit of a ruse that I'm going to show you, and I'm also going to show you just how important some aspects of the game can be. So, we're going to slow-mo it down real quick, and I'm going to show you all the units. Over here, you can see I have two light cav. Light cav are very good for taking out anything from missile troops to routing troops to getting some good charges in there. In the woods right here, I've got my bandits, and these bandits are, well, they're really not that good. They're pretty bad, actually. But because they can deploy anywhere, they have this Kisho training, as you can see on the right, they can be pretty helpful, actually. So I put them next to this farmhouse, as I figured, alright, my opponent will go for the morale shrine just like me. That's the obvious key building you want to bid for because it makes your morale so high. However, my opponent goes for the farmhouse. Not quite sure why he deploys over here, but he does. So I start marching my Waka Raiders forward, but when I see that his troops are coming for the farmhouse, I want to pull back because I don't want to get caught down out in the open. So I'm sending up my light cav to support. I've got a Naginata monk cav hidden back here, and you guys saw these monk cav get a good charge in the last game. These are actually, I vetted them up. This is the battle immediately afterwards, so these are my veteran monk cavs now. They've got an increase on charge bonus. Probably should have put that on attack, but nonetheless, they're a very powerful unit, and they have great morale, which is going to come into play later on. So keep an eye out for these guys, and they're pretty stoic morale, actually. I was extremely impressed by how well these guys performed and just how well they did their jobs. So over here, I've only got one bow samurai. This is because I've brought my bandits over here. My Suarez's sneakiness. Luis Suarez, quite the little player, as I talked about being a Liverpool fan in the last episode, but we'll move on from that. Over here, I've got 3 Naginata Samurai, I believe. Yeah, we've got 1 non-vet Nagi Samurai. These guys are great in an extended melee, no matter veteran or not. I've got a 2 Chevron with plus 2 upgrades to melee defense, so instead of 6, they have 12, which is extremely helpful in a melee. These guys also have 12. And then on the left, we've got my Bulletproof Samurai, who you all saw in the last battle, if you saw it. If you have not seen my first video, I would please encourage you to go check it out and maybe give me some feedback, constructive criticism, but we're going to get on to this gameplay a little bit more. So I've got my bow samurai again. These guys, I don't think they got injured at all in the last battle. So they're here. They've got their reload skill upgrades and a retainer increasing their accuracy by 5. 2 lone swords, who I did not show you last time. These are my 3 chevron lone sword Eshigaru. These guys are quite strong, and I'm not the biggest fan of lone swords. There was a time back in Shogun 2 when they were spammable and they were the most overpowered units in the game, but they've been nerfed down. They've got 13 attack and 14 charge each with 3 chevrons, so they're upgraded quite a bit. We got Stevie G in the middle, going in barefoot like a man. And we're gonna go over here. We're gonna check out my opponent's army. He is making a bid for this what is it? It's the farmhouse? Yeah, it's the farmhouse. He's making a bid for the farmhouse. He's got Katana Samurai, Sword Attendants. Sword Attendants are kind of like Nagi Attendants that I showed you in the last video. They're cheap, but they can be quite good in a support role. He's got 2 Katana Samurai, some Yari Samurai, I believe. He's got his Bulletproof Samurai over here. These guys have 1 chevron to their melee attack. Not the smartest upgrade, I think. I think you want to go with melee defense for these guys first, or armor eventually. He's got some bow Ashigaru. He's got some good color schemes going on, though. I like the colors that he's got going on his veterans. They're all pretty neon greeny. And then, yeah, his Katana Samurai, which I showed you. So I'm gonna start taking some shots with my bandits over here. Let's see if we can. Yep, they're taking some shots. So we're gonna start playing. Not going to get a lot of kills. Yari Samurai have some pretty decent armor, and Bandit's bow damage is just awful. My opponent sees this going on. He's got a hero bow cavalry right here. Luckily, I was downplaying their reload skill, but they're still quite strong. There's only 30 of them, so they're not the best, but they're pretty good. So mounting Naginata. These are like Nagi attendants on horseback. They're actually, I believe they have the exact same stats as the Warrior Monk Cav. We can check that out. 12-7, 12-7-2. 12-7, 12-7-3. They're actually better in every aspect except for their armor. Their armor is a little bit better and their morale is worse. So Mounted Naginata, not the worst unit ever. I don't remember their cost. I really just don't know. So I can't really help you out there. But my opponent decides he needs to charge me. He's really thinking, I gotta get rid of these bandits and I gotta get rid of my opponent's Wako Raiders. So he's coming in. I send my Light Cav downhill. Light Cav are not going to do great in an extended melee, and they're just going to get torn apart by this Monk Cav and this Mounted Naginata. I think I actually route the Mounted Naginata, but I'm not sure. So I decided to send in my Monk Cav and my Wako Raiders, as this is really just a distraction. I want to capture this Morale Shrine with my Samurai and those units, and I want to move up my main force over on his flank as he's being distracted. That doesn't happen exactly how I want it to, but I think I do a good job. My Light Cav don't have the best morale, so they don't really do so well, which is unfortunate. You can see them here, they're running away, they're like cowards. They're like, we outnumber them, but we shall retreat anyways. Freaking cowards, they shatter right there, so they're not coming back anytime soon. The Mounted Naginata chase them down, and this effectively pulls them out of the battle. My opponent doesn't pull them away there. But I got my Warrior Monk Cav into his Warrior Monk Cav. I think my guys are winning this fight, but he's charging some Yari Samurai, so I divert my Wako Raiders to fight the Yari Samurai. This is a holding action because I want to get this Naginata Monk Cav into the rest of his Cav. You can see his hero Bow Cav right here taking shots. They're shooting at my Monk Cav, killing some people. I think that guy just got cut. Yeah, he just got cut. Oh, right in the side, and he fell off. And his general is actually in the mix here. He has a bow general. So it's not going to be the strongest unit ever, and I think that was a mistake by my opponent. I think he should have pulled his general out and kept him out. He should not have charged in to spear cavalry that have a bonus, and not the best melee stats, but great morale and great melee stats. As you can see, the morale is up to 18. 18 is absolutely incredible for just a normal, Monk Cav unit. They start with 15, but 18 is near unbreakable. The general's unit only has 15 to start. These guys have an upgraded 18 because of the Morale Shrine. So they're just going to hang around forever. They're even tired. They are going in right now, and they are taking out that general. They want him dead. They are fighting for the glory, and they're going to get it. I believe he has 2 Yari Samurai in here. Yes, he's got this Yari Samurai. Got chewed up quite a bit by my Wako Raiders, but their morale was not that great, so they shattered. But 17 men left. Red morale. They are going to get into this general, and they're going to take him out. Let's see, where is my enemy's general? He's got to be around here somewhere. I believe he's already been killed. Actually, yeah, I believe he just died there. So yeah, my Monk Cav kind of just went in. It's a bit crazy how well they did. Now they're going to get into this Hero Cav. Oh, he just fell right there. So I think this might have been him. Possibly, maybe. I'm not sure. I missed that, guys. I'm sorry about that. But as you can see, he went down. This might have been him right here. Could have been any one of them. My Monk Cav still racking up kills. Only 66 kills, but 66 important kills. Took out his Monk Cav and took out his general. Now his men are going to have terrible morale. They're going to be upset because their general's been killed. Yes, they're encouraged because they have a superior force, but they are not going to do so well. And this is going to make my opponent a bit upset. He's going to get a bit hasty with his troops, and he was a bit mad at me for chasing down his general like that.
Unit has perished, my lord.
Yeah, that was probably my Monk Cav perishing. They fought bravely, though, as you can see. All the dead bodies over here. It's just gruesome. It's sad, but they did their jobs, and they died bravely as they were supposed to. So, you can see my army just kind of sneaking through the woods here. My bows, yeah, they're going to open fire right now. I'm going to turn on fire arrows and shoot them at his Yari Samurai right here. Not going to get... Oh, nope. Never mind. I was shooting him at the Katana Samurai. I targeted him over here because I was afraid of his Sword Infantry, as Sword Infantry can tear up Naginatas if done correctly. However, because his swords are not vets, they're not going to do great. So he's charging in this Yari Samurai. He was a bit mad. He was pretty upset with me taking out his general, so he was going to go full-on Banzai, and these Yari Samurai are going to lead the way. I believe my Bow Samurai get caught here, and I didn't really want them to. We're going to slow-mo it down. You can see my Lone Swords coming through the back line, charging in. This guy's going to get walloped. Oh, man, right in the neck. Boom! The blood just gushes out there. That is gruesome. That is very gruesome. My Lone Swords are going to tear up these Yari Samurai. Yari Samurai do not do well against swords. And as you can see right there, even sword peasants can take out these warrior-class spearmen. Just cutting them down. I want to see some heads roll here, but we might not. Oh, God. Right in the underarm, he's going to cut him out, and that guy's going to bleed to death. That is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. I've got my other lone sword Ashigaru up here with his sword attendants. See, this is what you want to use sword attendants for. He should have sent them in first to take the charge and then gotten a charge off on my men, but he did not. His bulletproof samurai get into the side of my lone swords. We're going to hit play right here. And these lone swords, I believe their morale starts to waver a little bit, but they've got 8 morale, which for Ashigaru is quite good. I route his sword attendants there. They're just not going to have good morale at all, only 6. So they're really only good for meat shielding. These bulletproof samurai are going to do pretty well. Not too bad against sword units, if I'm honest. And his katana samurai are just not going to have the morale to keep fighting. His general is dead, so all of his troops are going to be concerned. These katana samurai rout, they shatter. And now it's just me pushing through and taking out all his men. Got my bulletproof samurai here. Going to be much better than Yari samurai, and actually going to take out this katana samurai. Look at them just cut these guys down. Oh man, right through the stomach. That is gruesome. He just watched it go in and he had to watch it come out. More of this death. Oh man, my bulletproof are just getting in there, and they are lovely. Their armor is going to help them stay in the fight, just like their increased melee defense. So these katana samurai are not going to be able to stop them. My Nagis are going straight through the middle, getting right into his Yaris in the back line. And his reserves are going to be pretty much exhausted. His troops' morale is not going to be good enough to hang in the fight. No matter how hard he tries, he should not have upgraded their morale. He should have been a bit more concerned about his general. I don't know why he charged him into Naginata Monk Cav, but he did. And that just did not turn out to be the best decision for him. His mounted Naginata, he finally brought him back. Gonna bring him right into spear troops. Really not the best idea ever. Cavalry, want to keep him away from spears. That's why spears have a bonus first cav. I get my general into his hero cav, and they rout with 40 morale. They rout with, let's see how many losses they take. They shatter. They still haven't shattered, actually. I thought they shattered earlier. They shatter with 7 men left, so strong unit, but they're still not going to be able to last against that many forces. We cleaned up pretty well there. The morale that I had, the morale boost that I got from this morale shrine was invaluable. Had I not gotten that, had I not killed his general, I could have been easily outnumbered there. My opponent had a bow. My opponent had a bow advantage. He pretty much could have won that battle if he had used his numbers and his skirmish ability well, but he did not. He just charged in there, which I think was too hasty and definitely a mistake. So we're going to end the battle here. We're going to hop onto the replay, or the statistics screen, I hope. We'll see what we get. I think my katanas, my lone swords did quite well. Well, lone swords, I don't know if they use katanas or not. Don't quote me on that, but we'll call them katana troops for now. Katana Ashigaru, lone sword Ashigaru. Take your pick. They probably weren't the best katanas ever, but heck, those guys did pretty well. I was very, very pleased with them, and you'll probably be seeing me use a lot more of them. So stick around for that if you like lone swords, or if you're like me and you remember when they were spammable, you won't like lone swords. So we're just waiting here. There we go. Here's the statistics screen. Victory. We won. He actually, numerically we were similar, but because I lost that entire contingent of my troops on the left, he had a pretty good numerical advantage going into the main fight. So let's see. Let's check out our kills. Yeah, our lone swords mopped his troops up. This unit, I believe this is the one that got far forward and engaged his bulletproof samurai, and this unit was the one that made the initial charge through my bows. My Naginata samurai all did very well. My Waka raiders, even though completely surrounded, got 71 kills, and this monk cav, sterling monks, they were invaluable. They were invaluable, and they did exactly what I needed them to do. My bows, not necessarily important. My avatar's bodyguard, Stevie G, really only mopped up that hero bow cav, and my light cav really just did not perform well. Light cav, not really good for a whole lot of kills. They're good for getting that morale shocking factor, and you want to engage heavier cav in melee. His Naginata monk cav actually did extremely well. His Yari samurai, this one did alright, but the rest of his troops just did not get enough kills. They didn't get the kills they needed to. This hero, this Yoritomo's Yabusame cav, yeah, they got some good XP, but the kills that they got, really not worth it for the price that they cost. I mean, 30 kills for a 30-man unit, not the best, especially if it's going to be costing you upwards of 1,200 koku. And what else do we have here? These bows, not going to do so great. A lot of his troops just routed as soon as I started breaking through his center. So I hope you enjoyed that replay. I might be coming to you with some live comms pretty soon. Might be recording one or two right now. Actually, I might not be uploading those for a while, but who knows? Maybe I'll get one of those out tomorrow, or we'll have some more replays. If you want to leave some comments in the comment section down below, Hopefully I didn't say or too many times. I know I just did quite a few, but hopefully it was better than the first video. Any constructive criticism you have would be great. Hopefully I'm a bit more enthusiastic. I was trying to go for that. I was a bit nervous. It was my first video. Give me a break, guys. Come on. And if you want to see, yeah, see, there I did it again. You know, you really gotta tell me about that. So if you want to see any different game types, I could upload some campaign videos. I might start doing that. If there's anyone out there watching and you want to see a specific clan campaign, I got all the clans unlocked. I could do Follow the Samurai gameplay if you want to see that. So just leave it in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. If you want to keep seeing more, subscribe if you want to keep seeing more. Obviously, you all know how YouTube works, I'm sure. And I will hopefully see you all next time.